Okay, so today to start off, we're just going to review some of the solids that we know. And the first solid I'm going to show you is this one. You should hopefully remember what this is called. It has a base that is the shape of a circle. And the name of it is a cone, just like an ice cream cone. Looks like an ice cream cone or a party hat. Say cone. All right, we have a cone. Do you remember what this was called? This is the shape of a ball. It rolls. This one only rolls on its side around its point, like I showed you before. Do you remember the name of this shape? That's shaped like a ball. It's called a sphere. Say sphere. Say cone, sphere. All right, now today I am going to tell you about two more solids. The first one is called a cylinder. Say cylinder. All right, here is a cylinder. It looks like this. A cylinder has two bases. The cone only has one that it can sit on. A cylinder has two bases. It can sit on that end, or I can turn it over and it can sit on this base. And both of its bases are what shape? Shape of a circle. So it has two circle bases and it rolls if I tip it on its side. It can't roll if I try to do it this way on its base, but it'll roll if it's on its side. You see that rolling up and down in my hand? Say cylinder. Now you see these all over your house. So here I have lots of examples. I have a can of pizza sauce is a cylinder because look, it has a circle base on the bottom, a circle base up on the top, and if I tipped it on its side, it would roll. So pizza sauce is a cylinder. Say cylinder. I have oatmeal, circle base on the bottom, circle base on the top, and if I tipped it on its side, it would roll. So oatmeal, this canister of oatmeal is in the shape of a cylinder. Say cylinder. Say cylinder. You got it. All right. Now, so pizza can, oatmeal, shape of a cylinder. I have a whole cupboard full of spices for when I cook to make my food taste really, really good. And so this is called thyme. This kind of spice is called thyme. But look at the little canister it comes in. It's in the shape of a cylinder. So look, its base is the shape of a circle. Its top is the shape of a, and if I tipped it on its side, it would, yeah. So my thyme leaves are in the shape of a cylinder, the canister is. All right, one more. This container is also a cylinder. Now, I'm going to teach you about the next shape it's inside, so I don't want to show you too much, tell you too much yet. But the base of it is a circle. The top base is a circle. If I tipped it on its side, it would roll. So look at all the cylinders I have. So even though this one is not as skinny as my black cylinder, it is still a cylinder. Inside here are beef bouillon cubes. I use those sometimes if I'm making rice to make my rice taste like beef, or when I make gravy to put on my mashed potatoes. I use these to make the gravy taste like beef. I also have chicken ones if I wanted to taste like chicken. So cylinders can come in all shapes and sizes. Look, this one's short. This one's tall. My oatmeal's really tall. But these are all cylinders because they all have the same things in common. Two circle bases, and if you tip them on their side, it would roll. You got it. Now, say cylinder, say cone, and say sphere. All right, now, my next shape is this. Mrs. Bird, do you have a box? I do. It looks like a box. But this, I almost told you, this solid is called a cube. Say cube. And now I always remember it like this. I always say cute, cube. Say cute cube. Now, this does not have bases. This has faces. So all of these flat parts on the cube are called faces. So let's count and see how many faces this cube has. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, and the back side 4, and then this side 5, and this side 6. So a cube has 6 faces. Say 6 faces on a cube. 6 faces on a cube. Now they don't look like your face and my face. They don't have eyes and nose and mouth. But the flat sides of the cube are called faces. Now, I'm going to tell you something about a cube. This is the only shape that I showed you, the only solid that can't roll. Do you see it rolling? No, it just slides. It can't roll because nothing on here is round. It's not round. The cone rolls around the point, right? The cylinder can't roll if it's on its base, but if you lay it down on its side, it'll roll. And the sphere can roll, but the cube cannot. Now, you see cubes all around your house. Maybe not as much as you see a cylinder or a sphere, because maybe you have balls that you play with. And I know your mommies have cans that they cook with. But I have some things to show you from my house that are in the shape of a cube. Say cube. The first thing I have is a jewelry box. So Mr. Birch, a long time ago, bought me earrings. They're inside. I'm going to keep them in there. And the box that it came in is the shape of a cube because every face is the shape of a square. And it has 6 faces. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, bottom, back is 4, side 5, other side 6. Here's a cube. You see? A cube. Now I'm going to open up my cylinder. And I told you in here were beef bouillon cubes. Look. What is that? It's a tiny little cube. Look, it looks the same. This is the smallest, medium, and the biggest. So when I take the wrapper off of this little cube, inside it's like little grains of sugar and lots of other stuff smashed together into a cube. And when I put that in the boiling water, the boiling water breaks it apart, and then it makes my stuff taste like beef. But the shape of that this little thing comes in is a cube. Say cube. Say Mrs. Birch has 3 cubes. I do. 1, 2, 3. And how many faces does a cube have? A cube has 6. Oh, another way to say that would be a half dozen faces, right? Because you know that. Half dozen faces. I'm going to put the cubes back in my cylinder. Say cube. Say cone. Say cylinder. And say sphere. All right, you know all of these shapes. If we were at school, I'd put them all in the mystery bag, and I'd say pull out the cylinder. And you'd have to reach in the bag without looking. And you'd have to feel it and then go, oh, I found it, and pull it out. But we can't do that since we're not at school. But we will review these every day so you don't forget that this is a cylinder. This one is a cone. Sphere. And this little guy is the cute cube. You got it. All right, my loves. We don't have a math worksheet that goes with this because we would have had a math test. So we have one of those pages that looks like what we would do after our math test. So what I want you to do is I want you to turn to your work here, your work packet. Let me turn this so you can see. And what I want you to do is take out your paper that says 120, 120 on it. And I'm going to tape this back here so that it stays where I want it to stay. All right, you should have yours out. Takes me a little bit longer to get ready. I'm gonna bump this up a little bit higher so that you can see. There we go. All right, you ready? Okay, it says Jose has 80 cents, 80. He wants to spend it all at the school store. Circle 3 things he could buy with 80 cents. So, what should we buy first? Now, if we were at school, oh man, this is not staying taped. If we were at school, you know that I would ask you to tell me what things you think we should buy. But we're not at school, so I'm just gonna pick and we're gonna figure it out, and I'll show you how we figure this out. So if he has 80 cents, I'm gonna write that over here on the whiteboard. You don't have to write this down. This is what I would be showing you at school. He has 80 cents. He wants to spend all of his money. He wants no money left. So we need to circle 3 things he could buy for 80 cents, and he has to buy 3 things. So, I see he could buy a pencil for 20 cents, an eraser for 10 cents, crayons for 40 cents, ooh, a ruler for 30 cents, that's in inches, and a marker for 50 cents. Well, you know what? I really think that Jose wants to buy a marker. So I'm gonna take my pencil. I want you to take your pencil too. Let's circle the marker. He's gonna buy that. And that's 50 cents. All right, well, how are we gonna figure out how much money he has left? Because 50 cents is not the same as 80, and he needs to spend all of his money so he has none left. So how are we gonna do this? Well, what we're gonna do is we are going to subtract, we're gonna minus the 50 from the 80. So I'm gonna put 50 under here because he lost this 50 cents, right? He just bought something. So this goes away, he loses it. He doesn't have it anymore. If you buy something and you spend your money, you don't have that money anymore. Okay, so you know if I have 0 minus 0, my answer stays at, 0. 8, and I take away 5. So let me get out my number line. If I have 8 and I hop back 5, see, that's what it says, 8, and I take away 5. So count with me. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What number am I at? 3. So I'm going to write a 3. So he has 30 cents left. All right, well, what could he buy for 30 cents? You might be thinking, Mrs. Barch, he could buy the ruler for 30 cents. And you're right, he could, but boys and girls, remember it says that he wants to buy 3 things. So if he buys this ruler and uses up the rest of his money, then he only goes home with 2 things. We need to find 3 things. Well, the crayons are 40 cents, so could he buy those? No, 40 is more than 30. He can't buy the ruler or the crayons. Well, could he buy the pencil? That's only 20 cents. Could he buy that? Yeah. All right, so circle the pencil with your pencil. Now, 20 cents. We need to find out how much money he has left. So we need to take away 20 from 30 cents. He's losing that 20 cents. All right, so 30 cents minus now the 20 cents that he just spent. Okay, so 0 minus 0 equals 0. And 3, and I lose 2. Okay, well 3, and I take away 2. 1, 2. What's left? 1. You don't need to write this. I'm just showing you. I would be doing this at school anyway. How much money does he have left? He has 10 cents left. So what up here is 10 cents? The eraser, yeah, circle the eraser. And he lost that 10 cents, so if I do 10 minus 10, what's my answer going to be? 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So he used up all of his money, and he bought 3 things. We did it. We spent all of his money and bought 3 things. Now it says circle another way he could buy 3 things. All right, well, I'm gonna erase this over here because we need to start over again and buy 3 other things. So that's one way he could do it. He could buy his pencil, eraser, and a marker. But what's another way that he could do it? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna write 80 cents back up here because he still has that same 80 cents because maybe he doesn't wanna buy the marker first. So what's something we didn't buy up here? We didn't buy the ruler or the crayons. Which one should we buy first? Let's do the crayons, but we're gonna circle them down here. We're not circling them up top. We already have our 3 things up top. We're gonna circle the crayons down here at the bottom. So circle the box of crayons. Those are 40 cents. So how am I gonna find out how much money he has left? I need to take 40 cents away from the 80 cents. You don't need to write this anywhere on your paper. I'm showing you like I would on the board. So if you have 80 cents, he spent 40. He lost it. Minus. So I have a minus 40 cents. All right, let's see. How much does he have left? I do my penny side first, my ones. 0 minus 0 is 0. It's like you cross those off. They're not there, so 0. 8, and I lose 4. All right. I'm at 8, and I'm taking away 4. Count with me. 8 and a half back 4. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I at? I'm at 4. All right, so Jose still has 40 cents left. All right. What's something else we did not buy up top that we should maybe try to buy this time? He didn't buy the ruler. So the ruler down here says it's 30. If we have 40, do we have enough to buy the ruler? Yeah, we do. We do. So let's circle the ruler with our pencil down at the bottom. You're not circling the ruler up top. We have our 3 things. Remember, we're doing it down here now. Crayons and a ruler. So he didn't use up all the money because this wasn't 40 cents. So what we need to do is take away the 30 cents that he just spent because he lost it. So 40, take away, you're losing 30 cents. He spent that. How much money does he have left? Well, 0 minus 0 is 0. 4, and I take away 3. 4, and I lose 3. 1, 2, 3. How many are left? 1. So how much money does he have left to spend? 10 cents. What up here is 10 cents? I'm going to give you a little bit to look. You can say it out loud if you know it. What is 10 cents up here? The eraser. So with your pencil, circle the eraser. And if he spent 10 cents, if he lost those 10 cents, how much money does he have left? 0 minus 0 is 0. 1, and you lose all of them, you have 0 left. He has no money left, so he spent it all. Good job. You guys did great with that. So maybe he wanted to buy the pencil, eraser, and marker and spend all of his money on those 3 things, or maybe he wanted to buy the ruler, eraser, and crayons and spend all of his money on those 3 things. You did an awesome job. I'm really proud of you. There is nothing left for you to do for math other than maybe when you see your mommy cooking, you say, hey mommy, the can that you're using with the spaghetti sauce is a cylinder. Say cylinder. This cute box is called a cube. Say cute cube. This is a cone and this is a sphere. You got it. All right. You have a good rest of your day. Do your reading and then you're all done. Love you. Bye.